Hello and welcome to another episode of Mr. Das P1's Airgun Corner. And today I've got an absolutely beautiful and stunning rifle. It's a British rifle and it's from Air Arms. The rifle is the TX200. I think it's the TX200 HC model. And the HC stands for Hunter Carbine. This is a classic British air rifle. It's got a lot of history in the making to get it to where it is today, and it's an underlever with a walnut stock, this one, and it really is absolutely stunning. It's also a bit unique in the fact that it's a left-handed stock. The original TX200 was launched in 1991. Before that, predecessors were the Air Arms Camp Scene. You may have also had the Air Arms SE90. There was also the Air Arms EX88, which I think, again, EX meant export, 88 was probably the year. And then there was the EX88 AL, and these were all for the foreign markets. And if we go a bit further back, under Sussex Armoury now, you had the Jackal and various guises of that. Again, a side lever air rifle, but it looked more like a British Army rifle. But in 91, when the TX200 came out, it was pretty much a derivative from the Wire-Arc HW77. They were kind of trying to compete really and see what they could get there on the British market as a British rifle. We've got to bear in mind it is a British designed rifle with a German barrel, so Walther barrel, and the woodwork may be Italian. So the various models of this rifle, you've got TX200, TX200 SR and HC. This one here is the HC, and I think some of the main safety features that they've worked on is with the cocking mechanism. So with it being a cylinder that you've got to cock back, then you've got some safety features there on a ratchet system. The idea there is you don't lose your fingers when you're loading the gun. And this rifle today, it is a 2.2 rifle. It does come in 177, and I dare say with an average pellet this rifle should do about 600 feet per second with a good 2.2 pellet, and will be under the legal limit of 12 foot-pound. It is a spring underlever air rifle. So let's have a look at this rifle. I mean, it really is stunning. It's absolutely mint, it's immaculate, so I need to be very careful with this one. Just looking closely at the woodwork, stunning, lovely checkering. It almost looks like fish scales on there. Really nice detail. The bluing looks really good, very strong bluing. Here's some of the ratchet features here for part of your safety mechanism, and it is a carbine. That's a really short barrel, nice and thick there. I think it will have some built-in silencer technology. And we've got a beast of a scope on here. It's a 4-16 by 50 Hawk scope. Just looking at the trigger guard, that's nicely finished. That I like the look of that a lot. The wood feels really nice and smooth. So this is it. This is the TX200 HC. This is what I would call a man's gun again. It's quite heavy, I dare say with the scope. I bet it weighs around 9 pounds. It's just well finished. Left-handed stock, so as you can see there, it's the profile for the left-handed shooter. But you can get away with it as a right-handed shooter. I'm right-handed and I can get on the scope there quite well. I just feel that piece there cutting into the cheek, but I get away with that, I think. Again, as a left-handed shooter, I mean, I'm totally this would be cock-handed to me, but yeah, I can feel that's more comfortable now. So it is an underlever, and to cock it we have to just break into there, and that's a nice solid action. It works with a ball bearing, I'll show you. If we just get into there, there's a nice bearing there that works into that recess, so we can, feels nice that. And there's also a rubber grommet just to stop any clanging So it hits that, it's a nice, smooth, seated position. So to cock it, 3 clicks, that's the ratchet system done. Looking at this because of the big scope, there's not a lot of room there to really get in. However, that's now on a safety mechanism, but you should always hold on to the lever for safety precautions while you're loading there. And again, if you can see there, you're going to be loading straight into the wall of the barrel. And having cocked the rifle, loaded it, to bring the lever back, cocking lever, just hold here and we go all the way up there, click. The rifle is now ready to fire. We do have a safety feature as well here. There, that's a nice positive action there, and it's good to go. So let's go and see what it's like. Let's just see how my eyes are lined up with this scope, and we'll give it a few shots at a target, see how she fares. So there's the target. We're about 25 metres on the range I've got here, and the rifle's just down here now, nicely waiting there. I've got it on a nice soft cloth just to keep it from getting scratched or marked. And the pellets I'll be using today are Ely Wasp. I think we'll try and shoot it left-handed. It's at the moment it's firing bottom right, so I'll just try it left-handed, which is totally alien to me, and see if that makes any difference. I can't fire it left-handed, it's just not right. Okay, right, ignore all these. I've got some old targets. That's the 4 shots that I've fired. The groupings look good, however it's obviously bottom right, so I'd have to just tweak the scope to bring it back into here. There are mill dots on it, but I'd have to be aiming up there to hit there. Okay, again, ignore these. 2 shots now and we're in the bull zone. I've adjusted the scope to my eyes and to the right-handed profile. That shape there isn't really ideal for the right-handed shooter. The cast is left-handed, but so far I like the scope a lot. It's got some really nice features in there. The clarity and the field of view of this scope's excellent. Just a few adjustments and it's right there. I like it a lot. I do like the firing safety feature here. That's got a nice positive click to it. I also like the feel of the rifle when I'm holding it. I like the weight of it, and if anything, the trigger for me is very light. It's really light and smooth. I've got to be very careful on the trigger release because it's just boom, it's going. So the more you get to know a rifle and how to hold it, how to just press that trigger, squeeze the trigger, the more sure you are with your shots. So I've only fired 6 shots, but so far this is a fantastic rifle. Right, so what I think we'll do, I think we'll go and get a new target in there and we'll go and have 10 shots and just see what we can get the groupings like. Again, I always shoot from like a free position, kind of like this, no bean bags, just to see how we get on. We've got an idea of where the groupings are going to be now, so let's go and have 10 shots. Right, well there's 10 shots. I'm really impressed with them groupings. Love it. Really nice rifle to fire. Considering I've only fired now, let's just say 15 pellets out of this within 20 minutes, you can do that. That's really good. I'm very, very impressed. If anything, it's slightly low, maybe to the left a touch, but it's the groupings that count, and there's consistency there. That's really good. I'm gonna have 10 more shots because let's just see how we get on, and if we get more familiar with the rifle, can we get the groupings better, or can we just keep them at that consistency? Let's go and walk up and see how I got on there with them 10 shots. Well, again, the groupings are excellent. No excuses. Some of these shots here are down to me just not getting my heart rate down. I set the camera up over there, down here. So by the time I've moved around, I'm a bit out of breath. So ideally, I need to take every shot, take my time, get everything really low and calm. So that's just me trying to make the film. However, in general, the groupings, they are superb. It's probably one of the most, well, this setup right now is one of the most accurate setups I've actually used and got familiar with in a very short space of time. And again, I'll have 10 more shots and I'll just see how we get on now that we've got really, really familiar with this beautiful rifle, and it's just fantastic. There's 10 more shots, and I try to take my time more now with them 10 shots, and loving the groupings. Absolutely, really, really fantastic groupings there. Does it like the Ely Wasp? Maybe it does. Are there better pellets out there that would even improve that? Who knows, but liking it quite a lot. In fact, I'm liking it that much, I'm going to have a few more shots. I'll take a final few more shots because it's such a great rifle to fire, to come out plinking with. You know, it's a shame I've got to hand it back at the end of the day, but let's have a look at it in closer detail while we're using it. What I'm finding, I like that action there. That's a nice finish. It's a very open cut knurl pattern. You can feel that in your fingers. Nice and grippy. So having broken that lock and getting used to that feel and that action, when you're in that position to cock it, it's not too bad, and you can actually feel the power all the way through, so it's quite an even pull. That's well engineered. It is solid. I wouldn't worry about the clunking there. That's just part of your linkages, but in that position now it should be safe to load. But as a fail safe, keep hold of that, and again, that lever and that knurl, it's a nice grip. You can get it into your body there. I'm finding it quite comfortable there now. And then I get the pellet, I'm holding on to this quite safely. I can load it. Again, it's a bit tight. Practically it's a bit tight. The scope's really big. It is a little bit in the way, but it's doable. So in this position now, what I would do next, I have to change over. There's a lot of like changing over from hands. I have to now push this in, and I can lever that back. It's now loaded but not ready to fire because we've got safety on. The next thing would be push that. It is now ready to go, and that trigger is super light. So I get myself down to my comfortable position and it's there, I'm ready. I get my finger near the trigger. Nice smooth action. It doesn't sound too loud to me. It does feel smooth inside. A little bit of movement at the end, a little bit of recoil, but I mean, it's not bad at all. It's balanced. When it's in your hand, when it's in here like this now, when it's in there, it does feel planted, really well locked into the shoulder. The knurling, again, it does help. You can really feel that's quite a deep textured knurl. I've actually got some of these here. I'm not sure if these are some kind of Superdome pellet, so I'll put one of them in. We've got a bit of a mixture now in there. We're getting down to the last few pellets and there's a combination of pellets in there. That was way off. Okay, I've had a few more shots with this rifle and groupings there, fantastic. These shots here, quite interesting. Obviously I'm aiming there and that's where the groupings are with the Ely Wasp. That was with super points, so they do go off that way, but again the groupings are quite consistent. I've got 4 shots there that are all in a line with the different pellet. And it goes to show there that you've got 2 different types of pellets. In general, they are in the zone, but one's to the right, one's to the left. But let's get down to my airgun corner and we'll just recap on how today's gone. Well, I've thoroughly enjoyed this session with this Air Arms TX200 Hunter Carbine. What a fantastic, accurate rifle it is. I dare say with this scope setup, you'd be looking at well over £500, 550 quid for this setup. My figures could be out. I mean, this setup could be worth £600. But you're going to get something that does exactly what you want it to be doing. It's accurate, it's quality, the finish on it, the workmanship is right on the money for me. I've fired a few rifles now whilst making these videos in the little airgun corner, and this must be one of the most accurate rifles I've fired. It's in league with the HW97, the wire arc. For me, this one's better. Having said that, I do like the wire arc HW97. That is a great piece of kit. It'd be nice to see these side by side. I have a feeling that this actually would win in a you know, a 10 round shootout. So if you do see one on the market, maybe second hand, let's just say it could be around the £300 figure, maybe without a scope, I'd get one. If you're into your air guns, you want to get into air guns and you want something that's sturdy, robust, well made and accurate, get one at the right price. You're going to be laughing all day long because they are fantastic. Now this one has been lurking in a corner and is in excellent condition. It's almost new condition, and looking at the groupings, when we started out, it was like getting to know the rifle. The groupings were evident there, the first few shots, then we got it more zeroed there, fantastic. And as we got into the shooting, that's what the rifle's capable of. That's not being used. Again, really, really good tight groupings. Probably the best card of the day there. And I reckon get it on a beanbag and you're going to be putting a couple of pellets right through the same hole each time. Get your pellets sized, get all your weights done, get everything perfect, get the conditions right. I've got a breeze always coming this way, so you know I'm pretty much kind of free shooting and it does that. So the quality is there, the engineering's there. It's been going, this rifle, for quite some time now, and its predecessors have helped it get to that level. So thank you for watching, and I'm sure you'll agree this is a fantastic air rifle. And if you like these videos, let me know and we'll see if there's any more air guns lurking in corners. Until the next time. Go on. Well, I've thoroughly enjoyed this. So, thank you for watching. This is my review of. And it doesn't shoot too bad as a left-handed rifle with a right-handed shooter.